Hello. Okay, I'm going to keep this really quick because I want to make this movie small enough that I can send it in an email. Here we have a brandy new, fresh, empty Cubase project. Ignore the fact that mine says Cubase 6.5. Move along, nothing to see here. I'm going to go up here to Project Add Track and add an audio track. And actually I should close this. This is what you probably see most of the time. This is the default add track window. And one track, stereo, blah, blah, blah. This is, you're used to this. This browse button over here, this is the key. Click that, opens up this thing. It's a kind of a specialized version of Media Bay. You pick out characteristics on the left, gives you results on the right. So what this is asking you here, I'll clear everything out. In this first category, it's asking you what type of audio track, Carter? What do you want to record? So I'm going to select the drums and percussion category, and you can see there are 92 track presets. These aren't like instruments. These are audio tracks that are pre-configured with effects and EQ and stuff. And then in the subcategory, the next column over, I'm going to say kick drum. And you can see that, okay, there are 20 kick drum results, and here they are to the right. And if I wanted to pick a specific type, like a pop kick drum, there's 4 here. And then in this far right-hand column, I've got bass drum basic 1 track preset, basic 2, funk, etc. So I'm just going to take this bass drum basic 1 and now click the add track. It's going to create a audio track. You can tell by this little speaker icon here, this is an audio track, so it's set up to record from a microphone just like a vocal track would be. But you can see from the blue and the green that it's got effects and EQ just boom, built right in. If I open the editor, this is what's sitting there. It's got a gate already in it, an envelope shaper, and a vintage compressor thrown in. You can open each one of those to see what the settings are in the envelope shaper, which is cool. Then here's the EQ curve and all the stuff. And then that's the effects and then the EQ. And the routing, mine auto-routed to mono in 1, but you could come in here and pick whatever microphone you wanted to sniff off of, and away you go. And then I could come up here and go Project Add Track, Audio Track. My browse window's already open. Drum and percussion. It went right back where we were, but I'm going to change from kick drum to snare drum. And I'll clear the pop thing. See, if I click on pop, it narrows them way down. I click on it again, and it empties that filter out, and here are all my snare drum track presets. So, I don't know, snare drum, punchy track preset, add track. And same deal, here we have it, snare drum, punchy. Open the editor. And again, gate, envelope shaper, compressor, different EQ curve. And these should be put together, these should work pretty well. I mean, obviously the mic and the drum and the player have a lot to do with it, so if you're the guy at Steinberg who's putting this together, you got to kind of shoot for the middle of the bell curve. But they tend to be really good, and like I said in my email, Steinberg's working hand in hand with Rupert Neve and Alan Parsons on a bunch of their content and their plugins and all this kind of stuff. So this isn't some nerdy 18-year-old with glasses who's never listened to the White Album. These are the real deal guys coming up with these for the most part. So that'll at least get you close. If nothing else, you can load up 5 or 6 of those over a beer and look at where they're boosting and cutting, and it can give you some ideas. I'm going to do one more here. I think this will be short enough I can still render it down. I'll add audio track. I'm going to move out of the bass and drums in this first column, and I'm going to go to guitar plucked, and come up here to see acoustic guitar. There aren't any track presets, but for electric guitar there's 50. And so if I don't know, 80s wall of light, all right, I'll add that. And it's an audio, this one just says audio track, but again we can open up the editor and see it's got an amp simulator, it's that one, cheesy, compressor, etc. Cloner, okay, goofy. So you get the idea. There's all kind of vocal stuff in there and so on and so forth. So when you're setting this all up, that's one way to get close fast. And then remember, once you have all this, you can come up here and you can save this as a template, and you can set up your thing with all 6. If you usually use 6 mic channels for drums or whatever, you can save this like we did the others, and then when you create a new project, just boom, start with that, and it all pops back up. So anyway, that's the quick and dirty. I hope it helps, and I'll probably talk to you later tonight or tomorrow. See ya.